Welcome back to my videos. In this video, guys, every new Kenjutsu mentor Q spec ranked from worst to best. So I just felt like this was right considering they released the new Kenjutsu stuff. I will be doing a new Kenjutsu tier list, but for now I am going to do one specifically over the Q specs of the Kenjutsu mentor. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, go right to the video, guys. Alright, so coming in the 11th place is going to be the new Flame Kenjutsu Q spec. Now I do feel like the Flame Kenjutsu Q spec, and this goes with Inferno too. Inferno will be ranked a little bit higher because of the burn damage, but Flame Kenjutsu itself, I feel like the fact that it knocks back if they're not blocking. So if they're blocking, I'm pretty sure it block breaks, but if they're not blocking, it knocks them back. So all you need to do is not hold the right mouse button, and it pretty much just it does a bit of damage to you, and they lose their weapon spec. So I do feel like the Flame Kenjutsu isn't that good overall, just because I feel like when it comes to the Flame Ken Q spec, I feel like it's better off doing more damage, and there's literally just a better version of it later down the line or a different Kenjutsu. So right now, Flame Ken definitely is the worst one. Now coming to 10th place is going to be Inferno Kenjutsu. It's literally just the same exact thing as Flame Kenjutsu, but it has a little bit more burn damage on it. I do think they changed the damage values a little bit, so the burn damage will be a little bit higher, hence why it's going to rank a little bit higher on the list. Coming in 9th is going to be Sound Kenjutsu. Now I do feel like Sound Kenjutsu is one of the worst Q specs right now because it does knock them back. I use the same argument for Flame Kenjutsu, and every single one that is ranked low is because it knocks them back. I feel like knocking them back is kind of counterproductive to the Q spec because there's a lot of Q specs in the game where it doesn't knock them back. The whole point of the Q spec is just to get you to them and be able to continue your combo, but you can't if it knocks them back. That's just kind of my main argument, and Sound Kenjutsu kind of suffers from the same thing as Flame Ken, but it does more damage than Flame Ken, which is why it ranks higher. Now coming in 8th place is going to be Moon Kenjutsu, and Blood Moon is going to be ranked higher just because it looks cooler. I mean, it just makes sense. So when it comes to Moon Ken, I feel like it's the same exact thing as the other ones. It knocks them back, but I do feel like it ranks a little bit higher because it does more damage, and it can be more annoying because when you actually put your cursor on people, it will drag the projectile around, and it will actually knock them back a little bit further. So you will have time to charge your chi and things like that, which is why it will rank higher because it has some utility other than just damage. Now coming to 7th is going to be Blood Moon Ken. I just said the same thing as Moon Ken. It just because it looks better, so it's going to rank higher on this list. They are actually in the same exact place, but drip matters. Hey you, yeah you, have you remembered to hit that like button on the video yet? If you haven't already, go ahead and do it. Now coming to 6th place is going to be Sun Kenjutsu. Now this is actually the one I refer to as the better version of Flame Ken. It pretty much is just a Flame Ken that doesn't knock them back. It does more damage than Flame Ken, it looks cooler than Flame Ken, and it doesn't knock them back, so you can actually extend your combos. I do feel like Sun Kenjutsu, the Q spec is very okay because the fact it launches that ball beforehand means it would actually prevent them from dashing away or things like that before you actually start attacking them. So I do feel like Sun Ken, it is definitely a lot better. It is going to be halfway up this list because I feel like that's where it deserves to be. It's a good Q spec, but it's not overly broken. Now coming to 5th place is going to be Wind Kenjutsu. Actually is a ragdoll stun after dashing them. It also does a decent amount of damage, and it does block break. So all of these things combined obviously make for a really good Q spec that actually extends combos, and overall is really good for M1 combos in general. The only issue is actually starting or extending combos with it. It may be a little iffy because of the travel time. Now coming to 4th place is going to be Water Kenjutsu. I do feel like it is one of the faster Q specs right now, and it actually does put them into an air combo, which is obviously really good if you have something that combos with air combos. It can be used as an air combo extender if you actually do it at the right moment and things like that, and I do feel like Water Ken has one of the better Q specs, hence why it's going to be in 4th. Now coming to 3rd place is going to be Thunder Ken. I do feel like it has the same exact qualities as Wind Kenjutsu, but the reason why it's going to rank so much higher on this list is because the travel time is instant. There's almost no reaction time that they could have. If they're charging this ability, you best bet that you're going to get hit by it unless you auto dodge, because there's almost no way to avoid this. The travel time is almost instant. It does a decent amount of damage. It block breaks, it stuns, and it actually does it pretty much has everything you'd ever want from a Q spec itself. So that's why it's going to rank so high on this list. Now coming to 2nd is to be Shiver Ken. Now they actually did not show Shiver Ken at all, but I'm almost 100% positive the Shiver Ken stun is longer than the Thunder Ken stun. It looked like they used the same stun from the first ability, and Shiver Ken's first ability stuns for way longer than Thunder Ken's first ability. So I do feel like the Q spec will stun for significantly longer, and it will be even better than Thunder Ken. By the way, guys, what is your favorite Kenjutsu at the moment? Feel free to tell me in the comments below. We'll be checking those out. They come in 1st place is going to be Miss Kenjutsu. Yes, you heard that correctly. Miss Kenjutsu returned to the peak of the Kenjutsus. That Miss Ken used to be the best, and I do feel like the Q spec is the best one. I may be proved wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Q spec is iframes because it looks like they use the same script from the 4th ability, and if that is iframes, oh my gosh, that is going to get nerfed. I'm going to tell you guys that now. If it isn't iframes, it still does like 60,000 damage. It still block breaks, still teleports you to them, and it still is a really good ability. So even without the iframes, it still is the best one, but it will be closer to Shiver Ken in terms of strength. And it was just for the video. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe, guys. Bye bye.